Hello Nintendo fans, my name is Mario Master. How are we doing today? And I think it's about time I talk about the lovely person by the name of KSI. Boy oh boy, I believe he might be going for the crown of Jack Doherty for being the biggest man baby on the internet in 2024. It might be a tie at this point, to be honest with you, because this man will not stop crying about DanTDM because he lives in his head rent-free. Now, as you may or may not know, KSI, Logan Paul, and Mr. Beast released a product by the name of Lunchly. Now, Lunchly got absolutely shat on by the internet because it was a really fucking dumb idea, and DanTDM released this tweet. And I guarantee that Dan now looks at this with, like, fucking Oppenheimer as the start of the, as the start. Let's be honest here. Now, my thing is KSI responded in probably the worst way possible because he's just a fucking man baby and will not stop crying about DanTDM's tweet on fucking Twitter. It's insane, it's insufferable, and nobody likes him anymore, much like Logan Paul. And I swear to God, those two are sucking and fucking or something. Like, they are, like, wow, okay. And, you know, Mr. Beast has still been fairly quiet about the entire Lunchly situation, but we're not talking about Mr. Beast, we're talking about KSI. And recently, you know, after 2 whole months of just crying on the internet, he specifically said, "Screw you, DanTDM," at a wrestling match, and no one really cares anymore. Like, you can still tell that this grown-ass man who fucking boxes really let fucking DanTDM get to him. Like, you can really tell that he's fucking pissed off. Like, I don't know if pissed off's really the right word. I think it's more like depressed. Like, I don't think words I can really express how, like, you know, because, like, KSI is just so desperate for attention at this point, because he knows that he's just going to, if he is still hated by the large internet and the wider audience of the internet, that he can stay relevant. That way, Lunchly can stay relevant. In reality, no one cares about Lunchly. No one really cared about Lunchly. You know what? Why we cared about Lunchly for, like, the amount of time that people actually did was to actually just to fucking meme on it, because it was such a dumb idea. And then Thick of It came out, which was horrible. People fucking memeing on that, and him just being the biggest man baby known to fucking mankind. And the funny thing is, KSI, how old is KSI? Let's see, how old is KSI? He's 31. He is 11 years older than me, and this man cannot fuck it. I just don't know, man. This guy, I swear, he just is the biggest crybaby known to mankind. I mean, like, we thought Jack Doherty was bad. KSI is really going for Jack Doherty's crown as the biggest man baby known to mankind. I swear. Like, Jack Doherty was really bad, but KSI's really shooting through the stars here. And honestly, maybe they should fight it out. I would pay to see that. That's a fight that I would want to see. Who can cry better, KSI or Jack Doherty. Both of them have no fucking careers. Both of them are insufferable human beings, and no one genuinely likes them. So let's see. I think the general internet would really like to see who is more insufferable at this point. But, you know, I just don't understand how this grown-ass man is still sitting here 2 months later and still crying about DanTDM's tweet, pretty much. And just DanTDM in general. It's like, dude, just shut the fuck up already. No one cares about you or your product or your boxing shit. Like, no one cares. And he's really trying to make it so people will care. In reality, no one cares. Like, he's really trying to be like, oh yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. I seriously do not know how this man who's like, I'm a grown-ass man, I box and shit, but, you know, I'm gonna cry on fucking Twitter 2 months after the fact. It's insane to me. There is one thing in that big head of his, and it is DanTDM. Like, it's insane. Like, there's no contest here. KSI could have just let this fucking tweet slide, right? I mean, legit. The only reason KSI is still relevant in modern consciousness is because he will not shut the fuck up. And also because he is getting memed on, and he's still funny to get memed on. You know? Like, this man can seriously not take a joke at all. His music sucks. He's still crying about DanTDM fucking 2 months later when it was still fucking relevant. And he acts like he's a grown-ass man. You're not, my guy. You are the definition of a crybaby. You cannot convince me that KSI can take shit. 'Cause clearly he cannot. I am younger than him by a very, very large margin. And I can take shit better than this 31-year-old man. He cannot take any criticism whatsoever. It affects his ego to the top percent, like 100% of the time. If you say anything about how shitty his music is, about how Lunchley sucks, anything, he's gonna go crying on the internet, trying to make him look like the victim or some shit, and like he's still gonna be complaining about it 2 fucking months later, and no one cares anymore. And the funny thing is, DanTDM, you know, the other guy has said nothing. And that's the funny thing about it. DanTDM has said nothing. Like a grown adult and a grown man. He's not crying about it. He's not letting KSI get to him because guess what? DanTDM is actually a grown-ass man, unlike KSI. Like, my mind is blown. I cannot fathom on why KSI, a grown-ass man, really feels the fucking need to cry for 2 months straight and still cry on Twitter about DanTDM. And not just DanTDM, but just people making fun of him, his music, and his product in general. And he's crying about it. He's like, he's really trying to be like fucking Jack Doherty. He really is. He is really trying to achieve the shittiest person on the internet award faster than Jack Doherty can, but Jack Doherty's already there. I mean, like, these two guys have been racing to the bottom really fast, and it's been a fun ride to watch, honestly. Like, 2024 is almost over here, and who knows what's gonna happen in the last month that we got, you know? And I just don't understand why KSI is just being a fucking big ass man baby. I really don't. Yeah. Boom, kaboom, blam. Like, I just don't get it. I really don't get it. I'm younger than this guy. He's 11 years older than me. And he's still crying about a tweet 2 months ago that DanTDM has said nothing about, by the way, until like recently, where he's talking to like Tommy Ennett and whoever else on a podcast, and they're just sitting there making fun of him because they think it's funny that he's just a big ass man baby. You know? I mean, like, I just don't know. I really don't know. It is evident that KSI and Logan Paul have, like, the most fragile egos known to mankind. It is evident that they do not, like, they really have some fragile ass egos, and then they try and go and act like real tough guys. It's like, just stop, dude. Just fucking stop. No one likes you. Two, both of you, not DanTDM, KSI and Logan Paul. No one likes you two. You two have been probably the worst people throughout 2024 here. And you guys are like the biggest fucking crybears. KSI, mainly. Logan Paul has actually decided to, you know, not respond really, and so has Mr. Beast, but Mr. Beast actually has a platform, and people really don't like Mr. Beast at the moment. I swear, these three guys have to be some of the most hated internet influencers coming into 2025. And Jack Doherty's right there with them. I mean, like, I gotta be honest, no one really cares about Jack Doherty anymore. He's kind of, like, faded out of consciousness for a lot of people, and now he's just really fucking desperate for money because, you know, no one cares about him, and people, like, are really, like, he's just a fucking piece of shit with too much money. But, like, these are, like, grown-ass men who just fucking are doing nothing to help their egos at all. Like, they act like big tough guys who think they, like, really matter, and they think they're, like, fucking amazing people and everything like that, but in reality, no one fucking cares, dude. Just, I just don't even know. KSI, okay. Logan Paul, Mr. Beast. These three guys, Mr. Beast was the most loved, and now he's right down with KSI and Logan Paul. I mean, these three guys have done nothing for themselves in the public consciousness, and they are just digging themselves deeper and deeper holes. Logan Paul being Logan Paul, obviously, or Jake, or both Paul brothers are just digging themselves big holes. No one likes them. KSI being one of, if not the biggest man baby known to man fucking kind. He's really racing Jack Doherty there, I gotta be honest with you. And Mr. Beast is not responding at all, basically, except for like one time in an interview with Oompaville, I believe. But I just don't understand. It's hard for my brain to wrap around why KSI is still trying to, like, be relevant with the DanTDM tweet. And just still being mad at people when he does this. Like, no one really cares about KSI. You know, I mean, the only reason, legit, in 2024 here, the only reason anyone is even remotely interested in KSI is if they can get a reaction out of him. And they know they can because he has the most fragile ego I've ever fucking seen. It is ridiculous. But, whatever. We will see what happens with KSI, Logan Paul, and Mr. Beast coming into 2025 here. And once again, we still have an entire month left of 2024 to see what happens with these three. But as of right now, KSI is probably one of the biggest crybabies I've ever seen since Jack Doherty. So, let's see who wins, shall we? But that's it. So thank everybody so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out my Twitter, Discord, Patreon, and Twitch, all linked in the description below. Patreon is $1 a month. I do extra videos, and a bunch of unedited content gets posted on there constantly. And check out my Twitch. We're really close to 20 followers, I believe. I haven't checked in a hot second. So let's get there before the year ends. And thank you guys so much for 1,040? Yes? Yeah, 1,040 subs before the year ended. We still have 1 month, one solid month before the year ends to get 150. So let's see if we can get there before it is over. But that's it. Peace. Bye.